Welcome to the show, Azaan. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Krishna. Happy to talk to you.
So, when you started the hub, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ventured into from hospitality to this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, what was your thought process like?
I think my thought process is very similar to what your thought process is now, because from my understanding, this is a podcast where you're exploring what career options are there for people, what are different things people are doing. And it's that curiosity that I started with too. And I feel like that's what's keeping me going even today, because the world is changing so much. And as much as I may say I'm doing this, or this, so people are like, I'm a designer, it's all kind of morphing with AI and with the pace of change that's happening. So I think the one common thing that I started with that is still keeping me going is that curiosity of like, what's possible.
So, when you told your friends, your relatives that you're going to do this, what were their thoughts like?
I didn't tell. I don't believe in telling people or asking. I just like I've understood that the way to do it is to do it, and then listen to what people are saying, but not too much, and keep doing it.
Okay, so I read an article about Adopt Your Doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
What is it exactly? Because I read the article, I would like my audience to know also. But
Yeah. That was something actually I started as a kid in high school, where my school encouraged us to start like a club to give back. That today has morphed into Giving Collab, which is a social giving collective where we encourage people to give and to document their giving to inspire other people to give. I think now it's more about like leveraging everything we know in marketing and community building to create like a network effect of kindness. Because I think when we see people buy stuff in influencer marketing, we want to buy stuff. But I don't think enough good causes are leveraging these tactics to inspire people to give more. And that's the direction in which Giving Collab is going now, where we work with creators and we do campaigns and we actually help people, but then we also create a ripple effect of making other people feel like, oh, I need to help people.
right. So, do you think it's a stepping stone for you, right? As you said, it has helped you when you started the hub.
Mm-hmm.
How has it impacted you when you thought about Adopt Your Doppelganger?
I think, that was one of the first things I really got the opportunity to build that taught me so much about the kind of builder I want to be. Right? When you're so young, you don't think about words like entrepreneur and founder and like all of that stuff's not in your head yet. You just are like this innocent thing who wants to do something and matter. And I was so blessed that the first thing I got to build with a really good friend of mine back then was something that made me realize that shit, I want to build stuff like this only, which feels good. It's actually doing good. It was like a social entrepreneurship model. Even though it was an NGO, it still is an NGO. But we built it like a social entrepreneurship model. And I think it just set the right, like, it activated the right parts of my brain to build with intent and build with purpose, which I think even now is a part of me. I think sometimes it makes me a strong builder, sometimes it weakens me, but I wouldn't change that part.
You remember your rule of saying, just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel when nothing's going right?
I feel like at this point in my journey, my job is to focus on making sure that the environment is conducive to get the phrase I use is do it now. But I can't say do it now and create an environment where you can't do it. So when things are not working, I have to like retool my brain to look at why it's not working and how we can change the setting to allow people to do it now.
You call yourself a storyteller, right?
I guess one of the words I use.
Yes. So, how did it actually help you as you founded this Hub Bengaluru?
I think the first story you have to tell is to yourself. A story of conviction that yes, I can do shit. Because when you're starting, you are your own worst enemy because you will tell yourself I can't do it. So that's the first story. And then from there, it's convincing people to join you, convincing people to give you money, convincing people to give you space. And the whole game is storytelling. Entrepreneurship is 100% storytelling according to me. And And then it's about, can you deliver on that story?
Right.
And that's the second chapter. But the first one for me is it's so tied into storytelling.
As a 19-year-old, I would like to ask you something. What is social currency and how does it exactly matter?
Social currency is, how did you find me?
How did I find you?
Yes, why are you here today?
I'm here today. I found you because, basically my dad told me like about you
How did your dad find me?
through a common connect, right?
Venu.
Yeah.
How did Venu find me? Venu is my mentor now, and he's such a big force in the marketing world. But how does he know about me? I'm just a kid trying to build a small agency, a media company, unfunded in a bubble in the basement of Safina Plaza.
Right.
How did Venu find me? Because of my social currency.
It's not just followers, it's not, or is it just followers or?
I don't know. I think it's a combination of stuff, right? Just like in currency, Indian rupees valued at something, US dollars valued at something, euros valued at something, the Qatar currency is valued at something. So there are different forms of social currency. People build their social capital on different platforms like LinkedIn, which is a very important platform to me. To some people, Instagram's very big. So it's a combination of understanding yourself, which platform's right for you, and establishing enough combination of social currency that the right opportunities come to you, and when they come to you, you look credible to those right opportunities. That's been a phenomenal door opener in my life, and that's why I'm such a proponent to everybody of post on LinkedIn. Even if you don't do anything else, just post on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and when I visited Hub Bengaluru, right? I have never seen a place like this, a workplace like this. And it's a compliment from my side. I mean, so how do you feel? How do your partners feel? Or how do the people you work with feel about this place?
I think just like every place, we have our moments. We do our best to create an environment where there is momentum and excitement. And if you walk into the hub, you'll feel like every part of the hub is like photographable or Instagrammable. That's by design. But also in my early years, at least for the first 8 years when I was building, my self-given title was Chief Happiness Officer. Because I realized early on that I built best when I was happy.
Right.
Because building something is very hard. So I just wanted to make sure that I never forgot, and that we're always trying our best to create a happy environment so that people are happy, and if they're happy, then even when tough things come, they're able to navigate it well. And yeah, people just like good positive energy and a good space. I think it's so important. It's so underlooked in terms of like when people after COVID, remote working, all of this stuff, like our style of building is what our head of people and culture says, building with heart. And I think that starts with the way you design a space.
So, okay. So what about the pickle court that is up there in the first floor?
Yeah.
So when pickleball took off, you said like, okay, we should have a pickleball court.
Yes. Why not?
And everyone's enjoying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's part of designing a happy place and a flexible space for people to build, is that you have to make it fundamentally possible for people to try crazy things. And if pickleball is trending, and if someone has an idea here saying let's do pickleball, it's not just how cool the space looks, but it's also, can you get that done?
Correct.
And this is a place where we really pride ourselves on anyone having a crazy idea and saying, yeah, let's do it.
So the hospitality matter also walks in, right?
Yeah, we call it now, over the last year, we've started calling that unit experiences. Because I don't know why, but that's the word that is being used by the people building it. And I really love that word, because if you're living here, we're not a hotel.
Correct.
If you're living here between a month and 5 years. So literally your entire life experience in that period of time is shaped by the people you meet here, the food you eat here, what you're exposed to, how you talk to people, how you're introduced, what events you get to come to. So we're really trying to design that like a life operating system for people when they're in this ecosystem, whether you're part of the team, you're coming in just for one podcast. We want this place and the people here to give you something that inspires something in you. So we're super excited about all the things that our team is working hard on the experiences side.
I asked these questions to my mentor and one of the other guests, right? So what is balance to you?
Oh, that is something that I'm yet to understand. I have more of an ADHD brain. So balance to me is not what balance is to neurotypical brain. For me, balance is over a longer period of time, I find balance. But in shorter bursts, I will either do something more intensely, I will create harder, I will rest harder. So my version of balance, I wouldn't recommend to anybody watching this. But I also have learned to appreciate it because it works for me. And at this point, I just need to make sure it works for the people around me.
Correct. And how did you find your balance though?
I don't think I found it yet.
You're not found it yet. I mean, no. So like,
and I think that's so okay being open about that because that also keeps me going because part of my like reason for building is to find my purpose. And I feel like if you find your purpose, you find your balance, you kind of may taper off that energy a bit.
Every founder has a time where they felt back. They're like, okay, I'm taking too much hits, right? You've regretted. A part of you will feel like regret. What can I do better? Or you fell back, right? How did you bounce back if you had a moment like that?
Yeah, I had one about a month ago. I learned to accept when I'm wrong, apologize, and move on. And I think that is so underrated today.
I mean, if you think about it, sometimes apologies don't get accepted.
It doesn't really matter whether it's accepted or not. It matters whether you feel you've done it sincerely and you're moving on. Because my biggest block is not anyone else, it's me.
Correct.
It's me wallowing in self-pity. That slows me down.
I mean, so you mean to say like whether they accept it or not, it's not up to you. It's what is
I
up to you.
can't control that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the variables you can control, that's the equation.
Yeah.
So it's okay. How do you handle things under pressure? How do you like
Not good.
Not good? No.
No, I have my moments.
Suggestion?
I have my moments. I don't think I can give suggestions, but I can give reflections. I have my moments where I can handle, where I surprise myself and I can handle insane amounts of pressure. And then I have my moments where I realize I'm just another human being and I also need help. Sometimes you will make mistakes. And sometimes that's okay. Because we're all building and we're all figuring it out. And I think a little bit of vulnerability when you're in that role, saying that, yeah, I can make mistakes too, is actually a very good thing in moderation because it creates a safe space for others also to say, okay, yeah, we made a mistake. Let's move on and let's find a solution.
So you've tried a lot of things from NGOs to the Hub Bengaluru to badly opinionated, right? So when do you know you have to stick to something? Like riding the wave.
So there are two ways I've thought about this because like I've been building for 9 years and quite literally we have built 9 things so far. That looks a little crazy from the outside, but like my secret internal plan is that by the time the decade completes is that it's going to be one thing. So a major part of that is understanding that it's perspective through which you see what you build or others see what you build as 9 separate things or as one thing.
Right.
And that's where storytelling comes in. The right narrative makes 9 things into one thing because you can connect it through intention and approach. But it's something I'm just thinking actively about and figuring out that, hey, I'm actually not doing 9 things. It is really just one thing that's just not connected yet.
I think storytelling is the case for everything, right? From when you sell a product to give an experience, storytelling matters. So I think it has impacted you in a greater way.
Yeah, it's what I love doing the most.
Okay. So I the way I see Hub Bengaluru, there's no strict rules, there's nothing, right? If I'm correct. No fixed hours.
Sarah's right here. No, so it's a combination of stuff, right? I just think it's everything, and it's having guide rails, it's having rules, it's having some common elements that make us structured, but also being understanding because this place is built by human beings.
Correct.
And not systems. So it's like finding that balance of how to do it in a way that is essentially human but also enables productivity.
Right. So you try to make it accountable as much as you can. Right? I mean, that's the best we could do. So when you're working with all those creative teams, right? What is that leadership lesson that you've learned?
One size doesn't fit all. Creativity comes from the heart. It comes from a feeling of control and freedom. And if you take that away, you can't expect work that is transformative.
Right. I mean, we need something unique, right? In the current generation of seeing things. So you mean to say like leaving people, giving them the space that they need helps them perform better.
Giving them the space they need when they are ready.
Right.
And giving them the right amount of support that you may have to fight them on. But finding that balance of it's yours and I trust you. In that combination is very powerful.
If you were 19 today, what kind of idea would you propose or space would you have built?
I would do exactly what I'm doing right now because I wouldn't be carrying any of the baggage that I'm carrying right now. And I would be so much more energetic and excited to build a space that brings people together offline. So they can explore and build and learn and figure out like what we're doing. It's like we're building a social members club that's partly a learning space, partly a building space where people are just coming and like together they are figuring it out.
Right.
I think the education system is broken. I think the startup VC system is broken. I think tech is going to disrupt everything with AI. So I think a lot of people are just going to need a safe space to come together and not feel anxious and not give up on the world and actually build with other people. And that's what I'm most excited about is like connecting the dots and allowing our team to start to do that.
I'll head into the rapid fire round where I ask you questions.
Do it now. Let's go.
Yes. So night brainstorms or like, morning coffee meetings? Which one do you prefer?
Night brainstorms. I'm up till like 3 every day.
A song or movie that inspires you?
What is the Selena Gomez song?
One with the Belly Bianco.
No. It's the song that keeps playing. How can I forget it? There's a Selena Gomez song. We'll pop it up over here. We play it. It's such a happy song because we play it before every meeting or before seeing any client. It's like my song to de-stress my brain. It's called Blue is Flames. Which is so embarrassing to admit on this podcast, but that's the song.
One word that sums up your journey as of now, till now.
Intentional.
How do you say so? I mean, like all your plans and full of intent?
No, not like that. I think I spent a major part of this decade building for attention. And at some point I realized how meaningless that is. And now I think I'm trying to shift focus to what really matters is what do you do with that attention?
Okay.
What is your intention to begin with? I feel like I'm doing it in reverse, but it's the biggest realization I've had.
Right. So finish this sentence. So you want to become an entrepreneur, then you have to learn to dash.
Storytell.
What's that one smell or something that you can relate to with the hub?
Dogs.
I mean, I remember before the conversation started, 5 dogs.
5 dogs in counting.
Keeping the things apart, how do you actually maintain them?
I think we don't. I think there's so much more we have to do, but I think it's again, intention is such a big part of that because the hub started, the first hubber was my dog Zuzu, who I brought back from my college in LA. And I think he has played such an important role in the way the hub is built around him because we've always said it's a pet friendly place. We've had so many pet adoption events. Right. And slowly over a period of time, we've had more puppies that have joined us. We've had pet lovers who have come to us. It is fundamentally shaped culture here.
Correct.
And today to be in a place where like our head of people, culture and pets, that's in her title, has brought on board a dedicated person in charge of pets who does content for pets and takes care, builds systems for pets. And we have a group where our dogs are walked 3 times a day and we get photos and videos of them and we're taking them to the vet and we're doing brand collaborations and like we are really going deep on building systems to really take care of pets. But we're just getting started. I think there's so much more we have to do.
So you're more of a dog person then?
100%.
Okay.
Dogs and humans. Those two. Life's good.
Okay. As we wrap up for today, what's a quote or an advice that you'd like to give to a fellow creative person?
I don't know. I'm not usually one for giving advice, but the thing that I'm telling myself right now, which is my LinkedIn cover photo, is intention over attention. I think it's too easy if you're good at storytelling to get attention. But the harder thing is, what is your intention? How do you want to change the world? What do you want to do? That's a tough question because you have to go deep for that. So I think the earlier you start to figure that out and the more you think about that, everything else becomes not such a big problem. Because once you know what you want to do, you're more motivated to do it.
Right. That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for having me, actually.
Yeah. Happy to have this chat with you. Lovely talking to you.